First, let's understand the meaning of the sequence. When we arrange the numbers or anything under a rule, we call it a sequence. That rule may be, if you talk about the numbers, the rule may be you are getting the next number by adding something, by subtracting something, by dividing something, by multiplying something. So if the numbers are arranged under a certain rule, we will declare it as sequence. Here we have to deal with the arithmetic sequence. We have to deal with quadratic sequence. We have to deal with the geometric sequence. We have to deal with the cubic sequence. So mainly we have to discuss these four types of the sequence here. So one by one, inshallah, first we will talk about the rules of these sequence, and then we'll take the examples related to these questions also, whatever possible types of questions can be within this. So first of all, let's talk about arithmetic sequence. Another name of the arithmetic sequence, another word for the sequence is also used, I forget, it's not too much used, but if it will come in my mind again, I will let you know. So yeah, progression. So instead of word sequence, sometimes the word progression is also used. So for arithmetic sequence, I will shortly use AP, arithmetic progression. For quadratic sequence, I will use QP shortly. For geometric sequence, GP, and for cubic sequence, CP. So these are some words that I might use accordingly, so you can keep them in mind also. Okay, so let's first talk about arithmetic sequence. If our sequence is arithmetic sequence, in arithmetic sequence, each next term is obtained by adding something. For example, let's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. You can notice here how we are getting the next term. Each next term we are getting by adding 2. Yes, we added 2, 2 is added, 2 is added, 2 is added. So each next term is obtained by adding 2. Okay, let's take another example. For example, this is 7, this is 5, this is 3, this is 1, and so on. How we are getting? We are actually adding minus 2. Like if I will add minus 2, look, 7 plus minus 2, what it will give me? It will give me 5. Now what we are adding? Minus 2, minus 2. So if we are adding one fixed term each time, then such sequence we call arithmetic sequence. The sequence will be arithmetic sequence. Now let me say, if we are writing here, let's say this is A1, A2, A3, A4, so on. Let's say this sequence makes an arithmetic sequence. I will say this is first term, okay, this is second term, this is third term, this is fourth term, and so on. Like in this case, this is first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. First term, second term, third term, fourth term, so on. Okay. So if your sequence is arithmetic sequence, for arithmetic progression, as I told you earlier already, that for arithmetic progression, arithmetic sequence, I will use the word AP. Okay. So in arithmetic progression, what will happen? The second minus first will be equal to third minus second, will be equal to fourth minus third, and so on. Like in this case, you can check. If you take 4 minus 2, or if you take 6 minus 4, or you take 8 minus 6, all these will be equal. Answer will be 2. Yes? This will happen in arithmetic progression. Mean you want to identify whether the sequence is arithmetic or not, you have to look for this result. Like in this case, I will say second minus first, third minus second, fourth minus third. If they are all equal and so on, then the sequence is arithmetic sequence, and this one we represent by D. Okay, mean the second minus first, or third minus second, or fourth minus third, we represent it by D, and we say we call it common difference. We call it common difference. Okay, now the general term or nth term, the word is used with general term, or we also call it nth term. The formula for the nth term of arithmetic, for arithmetic progression, the formula for nth term will be a1 plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, for example, if you say, okay, n is the number of term that you are using. For example, you say 7th term. Let's say you say 7th term. It means for 7th term, what is n? 7. So it will become a1 plus 7 minus 1. That will be 6. So the formula will take this shape. If, for example, you say 100th term, so what will be the 100th term? You will put in place of n, you will put 100. In 100 minus 1, 99. So it will be a1 plus 99d. Okay. So this is the general formula, the nth term formula for the arithmetic sequence. All right. Where what is a1? Again, I'm recalling you. If you have this formula, in this formula, a1 is the first term. What is d? D is the common difference. So it means if you have to find any term of arithmetic sequence, any number of terms, you need these two things. You need first term and you need the common difference. If you will have these two, then you will be able to find the nth term. Okay, let's take an example. Let's say for a while 3, 6, 9, 12, so on. Question is find nth term in the first part, nth term in the second part, 125th term. You have to find these two things in this case. First of all, when any sequence is given, so you have to identify what sequence is it. And you will start with arithmetic sequence. Now in arithmetic sequence, what you will do? Second minus first. What it give you? 3. In the same way, you will check third minus second. 3. Fourth minus third. 3. So what we write here, if you remember, if this is the case, that your second term minus first term, third term minus second term, fourth minus third, if they are equal, we say the sequence is arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression, because another word for the sequence is progression. So it means this is AP, arithmetic progression or arithmetic sequence. And what you took as second minus first, third minus second, fourth minus third, that is D. Okay. So in this case, what we have, this is D. You will write D equal to 3. And what is the first term? Because you know, if you look at this one, we write the formula that for the nth term, this is the formula where a1 is the first term and d is the common difference. So we need these two things only. If you have, you can find the nth term. So question is saying find nth term when d is 3 and what is a1? A1 is 3. Now what we have to find? In the first part, we need to find the nth term. So what will be the nth term? Write the formula of the nth term. A1 plus n minus 1 into this. This is the formula for the nth term. So what it will be if you will write a1. A1 is 3 plus n. What is n? We don't know because we are finding nth term. So write n minus 1 into d. What is d? D is 3. So that will be 3 plus 3n minus 3. So 3 minus 3 will cancel. So it is 3n actually. So this is the formula for the nth term that you make. Now the second part is saying find 125th term. So how we will find 125th term? For 125, it means your n is 125. So just in the formula, this is actually your nth term formula. In place of n, replace it with 125. So it will be 3 into 125. So 3 into 125 will be 375. So it means if you will continue in this way and you want to find 125th term, that will become 375. Okay. So first, if any sequence is given, you have to check what type of the sequence is it. And then after finding the general formula, you can find any term. Let's take another example. This is a sequence and the question is saying find nth term and then find 75th term. Now let's see, first you have to decide what type of the sequence is it. So you will start with the arithmetic. Do second minus 1 is minus 4, yes. Third minus second, minus 4. Fourth minus third, minus 4. All are same, yes. And we know if second minus first is equal to third minus second is equal to fourth minus third. So in that case, what we say, the sequence is arithmetic sequence, yes. And the general term of the arithmetic sequence, the nth term is a1 plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula for the nth term. Okay. Where, what is a1? Because as we have to find, so you should write what is a1. This is a1, the first term, 25. What is d? Minus 4. Now just write the formula for the nth term. So it is 25 plus n minus 1 into d. What is d? D is minus 4. So will become 25 minus, because this minus 4 and plus will make it minus 4 into n will be 4n. This minus and minus will become plus 4. 25 plus 4 will be 29. So 29 minus 4n. This is our nth term. It was the first part, yes. Now in the second part, you have been asked about the 75th term. Now what will be? It means just in place of n, you have to write 75. So 29 minus 4 into 75. Okay, so it will become, you can calculate it now, 29 minus 4 into 75. So it is minus 271. Okay, so this will be, I just took the simple example. Of course, I will move to the complicated example also. How to write, how to identify the sequence, I think now is it clear? Yes. I just want to give you one example and then I will move to the quadratic sequence. Okay, so the sequence is question is find nth term and second thing you have to find is find 12th term. Okay, and let me know when you complete on that. First, always decide which sequence it is. In this case, of course, you know it is arithmetic, but in some cases, of course, then the other sequence will also be there, so you have to decide about the sequence. Please let me know when you complete.
Sridhar.
Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's see now how this will be. First of all, you have to decide the sequence, and for that, do second minus first is 6. 6. This minus this is 6. So sequence is arithmetic. If the sequence is arithmetic, so in that case, what you will say? We can say that for this one, it means if the sequence is arithmetic sequence, so for the nth term, the formula will be a1 plus n minus 1 into d. What is a1? It is 6. What is d? No, sorry, a1 is 5 because first term, and d is 6. So nth term will become is 5 plus n minus 1 into d. D is 6. So will become 5 plus 6n minus 6. So 5 minus 6 is minus 1 plus 6n. This is the nth term. Now, if you have to find the 12th term, so the 12th term will be minus 1 plus 6 into 12. That will be 71. And just, is this arithmetic clear? There are even
Yes, sir.
some other types of the question. We will take them also, but right now this is the basic type of the question. Okay, now let's move to the next one, quadratic sequence. We have the quadratic sequences. Let's suppose if we have a sequence A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, so on. This sequence will be quadratic if what you do, you take second minus first. Yes, it don't come equal. Okay, like what happened, you did second minus first, you did third minus second, you did fourth minus third, they did not come equal. I will say this is first difference. Okay, I will say this is first difference. So if first difference is not equal, then maybe you will get it something like that, d1, d2, okay, d3, mean different values you get, d4, like that. So the first difference, I will give it the name as the first difference. If the first difference is not equal, then what you will do, you will take the difference of these terms. Mean you will do d2 minus d1. If they come equal, then we will say the sequence is quadratic sequence. Like let's see, if I say it's 2, then next, let me say if it is, let me think because I need to think of this. If I choose any example, 1 second. Okay, let's say randomly, if I choose, let's say this is 11. You can go earlier before that also. 6. I have to think a minute. 18, 27, 38, 51, so on. This sequence is given. And the question says find nth term. Now before finding the nth term, I must have to decide which sequence is it. Yes. To decide that, the best way is take the difference. Second minus first, 5, 6. What is this one? No, this is not 6. This is 7. Sorry. This is 7, 9, 11, 51 minus 38 is 13. So you can see the first difference is not equal. Okay. Now take the difference of this difference. Subtract them. 2, 2, 2, 2. Second difference came equal. I will say this is first difference. This is first difference. Now this is second difference. Okay. So if the first difference is not equal, but the second difference is equal, so we will say it is a quadratic sequence. This one is a quadratic sequence. So it means this sequence is a quadratic sequence. Remember the nth term of this one is, it is an square plus bn plus c. The problem is to find ABC. If we will find ABC, then we can write the nth term. The method to find that one will be, this rule will help you. This is the nth term, and the rule is 2a will be equal to second difference. Then 3a plus b will be equal to first term of first difference. And a plus b plus c will be equal to first term of given sequence. This you have to remember in this case. Okay. In case of quadratic, the nth term is an square plus bn plus c. How I will find ABC? Using these three rules. 2a will always be equal to second difference. 3a plus b will be equal to first term of first difference. A plus b plus c will be equal to first term of the given sequence. Now let's see how we will find. I'm going to take this same example and I will find the nth term for this one. The question is, we are having 6, 11, 18, 27, 38, 51. Okay, this sequence is given. Question is saying find nth term, and then second part says find 24th term. So now first of all, to decide I have to check whether the sequence is arithmetic or quadratic. So if I will take in this case, you can see here, this is clearly, if I will write, this will give me 5, this gives 7, this gives 9, this is 11, and this is 13. So if in this case, one more time I will take, this is 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. So second difference is equal. When second difference is equal, so I will say it is quadratic sequence. You know, for quadratic sequence, we write QP, quadratic progression, because another word for the is progression. So the general term is an square plus bn plus c. So first I have to find ABC. Okay. To find a, we have 2a equal to second difference. What is second difference? It is 2. So always you will put 2a equal to second difference. So from here get the value of a. What is that? 2 over 2, which is 1. Then we know 3a plus b will be first term of first difference. This is the red one is the first difference. Yes. What is its first term? 5. So put it equal to 5. Now 3 into a. A we found already 1. So what it will be? B will be equal to, take 3 to the other side, 5 minus 3, which is 2. So B is 2. Then A plus B plus C will be equal to first term of the given sequence, 6. So what it will give you? A is 1, B is 2, C equal to 6. 3. So what 3 will become? That is 3. We found ABC. Now this is the formula for the nth term. The formula for the nth term is an square plus bn plus c. A is 1 in this case, so it will be 1n square plus 2n plus 3, because c is 3. Just I put the values. You can write n square plus 2n plus 3. So this is the general formula. Now if you have to find the 12th term, so just put n is equal to 12. So it will be 12 square plus 2 into 12 plus 3, and you can calculate that. So 12 square plus 2 into 12 plus 3 is 171. So I will write it 171. This is the 12th term. So pretty simple. You have to remember this rule. If first difference is not equal, then you have to go and check for the second difference. And then this rule will help you. Okay, from this rule you will have the idea whether it is quadratic or not a quadratic. Let's take another example, so you will have the better idea about the quadratic. It is 4, 15, 32, 55, 84, and so on. And the question is same, find nth term. Now to find the nth term, first decide the sequence, because without knowing the type of the sequence, we cannot find. Take the first difference. It is 11. 32 minus 15 is 17. 55 minus 32, 23. 34 minus 55, 29. Okay, it means first difference is not equal. Now check second. 6, 6, 6. So second difference is equal. It means it is quadratic progression. If it is quadratic progression, so use this 2a equal to second difference. Get the value of a from here. Then 3a plus b will be equal to first term of first difference. Or you can use the value of a. So 9 when you will take to the other side, so it will be 11 minus 9, which is 2. Then a plus b plus c will be equal to first term of the given sequence, which is 4. Because first term of the given sequence. You have to remember this rule, of course. 3 plus 2 plus c equal to 4. So 5 plus c equal to 4. So take 5 to the other side, so 3 will be equal to 4 minus 5, which is minus 1. So value of, now this is nth term. Now nth term is an square plus bn plus c. So what it will be, it is 3n square plus bn. B is 2, so it will be 2n plus c. C is minus 1. That's it. This is your general formula for the nth term of the sequence. Clear? Can you please rejoin the link